Jordy, you know, one of these days, the chickens are going to come home to roost.
For bordering on 3 hours long and being built on a sturdy foundation of pointless, Coen-esque conversations, The Wolf of Wall Street uses this particular seemingly throwaway exchange, along with this.
You know what, when I'm riding home on the subway and my balls are fucking sweating, I'm wearing the same suit 3 days in a row? Yeah, you bet I do.
And this later.
Sure, good luck on that subway ride home to your miserable, ugly fucking wives.
As setup for one of the third act's most subtly powerful scenes. Before any of that though, I'll dole out some context. The Wolf of Wall Street is a dramedy biopic about a drugged up, womanizing, insider trading Wall Street hustler from yesteryear by the name of Jordan Belfort. True to classic Scorsese form, the movie follows Jordan's rise and fall as he creates a multi-billion-dollar Wall Street firm, pretentiously dubbed
Stratton, Oakmont,
to sound blue-blooded, from basically nothing, and slowly watches it all crumble under internal and external pressures. It sounds dry, but it's not. So not dry that there's probably a solid 10 minutes of movie that I literally can't show you and still stay on YouTube. Gratuitous or not, the movie does a great job at showing us a world of nearly unbelievable greed and debauchery. By the time we reach the fall part of this rise and fall story, we get to see what's most precious to Jordan, Stratton, entirely taken from him in one succinct, beautiful montage. One which not only adds a much appreciated dash of emotional complexity to the movie, but also concurrently brings an end to the character arcs of both our hero and our villain. So, who is Jordan's bad guy? Well, naturally, a good guy. Agent Patrick Denham, a no-nonsense FBI agent who'd no doubt be the hero of any traditionally told version of the story. He and Jordan have a comparatively underplayed white-collar cop and robber dynamic that, in the end, leaves each of them on a very hollow note. For Jordan, it's easy to see why.
The life of your dreams is only
Good to see you again, Jordan. You're under arrest.
You gotta be joking me. Kidding me now? Hey, get the fuck away from me.
Turn that camera off.
He loses his wife, friends, business, and lifestyle, temporarily at least, at the hands of someone that he cannot stand. But why such an empty endnote for Denham? He's the winner here, right? Well, notice that even as he leads his FBI army into Stratton, accompanied by a buttersmooth tracking shot, he doesn't smile. Not at Jordan's trial, or even after the guilty verdict's been read. Sure, way earlier when he learns that the cat and mouse game's gonna continue, he lets himself smirk, but not here. Not at the end of it, and that is massively telling of what this whole sequence is saying. For Denham and Jordan both, this montage is about acceptance, and it's acceptance of something that, as I said at the beginning, was foreshadowed hours earlier in the runtime. For Jordan, it was his father's periodic, though rather oblique warnings that his actions would catch up with him.
Like my pops Mad Max had said, the chickens had come home to roost. Whatever the fuck that means.
And for Denham, it's the realization that Jordan was right about him, and worse still, the world at large, all along. To put it another way,
Money talks and bullshit takes the bus.
or train in this case, but I'm sure you get it. Since momentary gags aside,
Is he fucking hitting on me?
the movie's lens is Jordan's own, his values are sewn into the movie's DNA. The world we inhabit for these 3 hours or so values material things, well, let's just call it what it is, money, above all else. So much so that even when Denham ostensibly wins, tears down Stratton Oakmont and sends Jordan to prison, he still loses. Because he's just a civil servant. Because of the vertical integration of people in power. But really, just because of the money. And the beautiful bittersweetness of Denham's quote-unquote victory is perfectly expressed in this one short train ride.
Laugh about it, shout about it when you got to choose. Every way you look at it, you lose.
The music drops to a whisper, the editing calms down, and Denham looks around the cabin with a hauntingly unfulfilled expression. An expression that punctuates his now unshakable awareness that, regardless of his superficial success, nothing will ever truly change for him. He sent one bad, rich prick to prison, sure, but as we're reminded of only seconds later, Jordan is just that. Rich. And
I lived in a place where everything was for sale. Wouldn't you like to learn how to sell it?